Minneapolis boasts the St. Anthony Falls, the symbol of and power behind the city's gargantuan flour mills. And just downriver, St. Paul has its own monument to local industry, a mighty castle for beer. So I'm over in St. Paul, outside of what is the old Schmidt Brewery. It's a huge complex, now shut down. You can see with all this overgrown vegetation, and it's all locked up. Nobody gets in here anymore. Mr. Gagne, how you doing? Today, brewmaster Phil Gagne has pulled some strings to get us access to the 15-acre property. For over 100 years, this plant was part of an industry that lifted St. Paul out of the shadow of Minneapolis, making it a business powerhouse in its own right. Beer production here was spawned by a massive cave system, perfect for cold brewing. But this plant led the charge to abandon the caves and embrace modern tech. Phil started working here on this site in 1979 and was here until it closed for good in 2002. This is seriously locked down here. Look at that, huh?
One thing you gotta keep in mind, there's been no housekeeping in here in 9 years. We used to be a food plant.
It looks like an industrial-sized rat trap today. And to the people driving by, it's just a relic from a bygone era. But when local brewer Jacob Schmidt built the place in 1901, it was designed to be a model of modern technology, fit for the brand new 20th century. To see how this German immigrant turned an old world craft into a big American business, Phil's getting me a look at Schmidt's empire from the top down. How many steps are we going?
From top to bottom, 233.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be sweating like a dog here. So the method of making beer to this day largely depends on gravity. They put in all the elements of the beer in this tower and send it down natural means all the way to the bottom. Follow you up?
Come on up.
Ah, that's nice. Ah, some perspective, huh?
Yes.
Beautiful. So that's St. Paul there.
That's downtown St. Paul.
And where's Minneapolis?
Minneapolis is right over there.
Okay, the Twin Cities, all
The
right?
Twin Cities.
Right within each.
See both of them up here.
Nice. What was it about this area?
Well, you had the natural caves for one thing. Then you had the access to the Mississippi River here.
Okay.
You've seen it as a growing area.
Right, and an expanding marketplace.
Yes.
Schmidt bought a failing beer company located on this site, the Cave Brewery, and completely remodeled it with an eye for efficiency. The building looks medieval, but the equipment was cutting edge for 1901. What is this thing?
This is the octopus. You can just swing arm up there, then we can choose whatever silo of the 9 silos.
This contraption sorted out the malted barley needed for different beer recipes, storing the grain in 9 massive silos. Holy cow.
It's 120 feet down.
In case you're not getting a sense of scale, this is what I'm standing on top of. And you can see quite literally, these chutes are each going down to the different numbered silos accordingly. It may not look like much, but devices like this helped up production by 500%. All that barley would eventually be crushed, then brewed up in a massive kettle. There we go. That's a big old tank. In the early days, they used giant copper tanks that could hold 300 barrels. By the end of the brewery's run, they were using stainless steel. The basic process was the same, but with high-tech upgrades Jacob Schmidt would have appreciated.
In this process here, we're probably going through 8 stories.
Huh. Even today, I mean, even with computers and everything else, that's still, you're still doing the gravity method.
Right.
But the biggest upgrade here in the castle was Schmidt's massive subterranean refrigerated storage. Yeah, you can feel it getting... You start seeing your breath right here. Whoa, this is a cavernous room, but it's really several floors, right?
Yes.
What was in here before?
These were our aging cellars. We had 10 tanks in each cellar here, and this is where we aged the beer.
Okay. Before massive structures like this, brewers here used the natural caves for storage. It was cheap, convenient, and filthy. The caves were dank and infested with vermin, and it was impossible to control the temperatures precisely. So this whole space is the more modern version of what used to happen down there, behind that piece of tin that's covering up an opening that takes you right down into the caves. So this is just chopped out.
Yeah, this was sealed up for many years.
When Schmidt was upgrading the facility, he used the old-fashioned cave storerooms as a dump site. Parts of the system are backfilled with 6 feet of debris.
Oh, this is so sweet, huh? So this is the natural cave here.
Yes.
And then there's all this brickwork around.
These are the footings for the brew house,
No kidding.
for the tower,
So this enormous amount of weight has to sit on top of these caves.
the whole brew house.
And he doesn't trust that these caves are going to hold it up.
Right.
Engineers say build these along the way.
So these footings here are from 1901.
Really?
With state-of-the-art refrigeration, Schmidt was sure he had no further need for the caves.
This is really vast. This whole system of tunnels is multi-level.
Yes.
And we're on one level here. There's another one above our heads.
Yep.
Is there another one below?
Yeah, that's why we believe where this opening is
Look at
here.
that. Do you know where this goes?
Well, this is supposedly the second level, but we have never been down there.
All right, so can I try that?
Go for it.
All right. Let me see what goes on here. I'm gonna... Oh boy, there's barely room. Let me just see if I can slide in here.
This dungeon-like labyrinth may have played a crucial role in the brewery's 100-year-plus legacy.
I have never, ever done anything like this before. This is really, really dangerous. Look at this old rat carcass. These were not nice conditions down here. I mean, bad atmosphere, okay? Lots of matter in the air, these cool temperatures. People died of tuberculosis. The guys down here were sick a lot. This was not a nice place to be.
You can see why Schmidt wanted to modernize. But some of the tunnels in this maze may date back to Prohibition, when rumor had it the brewery above was making more than just soda and near beer.
I mean, look, I can basically make a tunnel. I can carve at this thing with my fingertips. So this was an incredible medium to work in if you just wanted to keep making passageways everywhere underground.
Some say a tunnel was dug to the house of a Schmidt's employee and used to move real beer out of the brewery and into local speakeasies.
Okay, so we could go all day in this place. It's just one tunnel after another tunnel. Not even Phil knows how vast this tunnel system really is. We may be out underneath the middle of St. Paul at this point.
Anything is possible, except maybe finding my way out of this mess.
But this would go this direction even further. But look, unbelievable. Oh, man. Oh, God. All right. Oh, this is good. Yeah, that was worth it.
No one will ever know exactly what went on in these tunnels, because this labyrinth is largely forgotten, just like St. Paul's old reputation as Sin City, USA. But some